Hi guys, I'm here to share with you today part 2 of my calendar series. This is not months 7 to 12 from the place and time calendar that I showed you last time, but these are again months 1 to 6, so January to June from my second calendar because I'm making two. The first one, as you may remember, is the large 12 by 12 inch one. Here's one sheet. This is January. This is the place and time collection, so you can check that out in my previous video. And this new one is the new collection by Graphic 45. It's called Time to Flourish, and these are the sticker sheets that are laying here. This is the alphabet sticker sheet and the sticker sheet, and they actually have two pads. I bought the 8 by 8 inch this time, so this will be somewhat smaller calendar. And there's a calendar pad, so these are simply the months, and there's two of each month, and then it's double-sided, so you can use both sides. And then there's a matching pad, and this has two sheets for each month as well, but two different sheets. So there's one patterned one with florals and birds and all kinds of things, and then there's a cut apart sheet for each month, and both are double-sided as well. So there's one December and one November, one set that is, so a cut apart sheet and then a pattern sheet. So it goes on like that for each month. And I've bought some embellishments, so there is the tags and pockets, the banners, gorgeous designs. Here's the chipboard number 2, and this is the chipboard 1. So these are not stickers, you just glue them onto your work. So these are the materials that I've worked with. So let's go on to January. And here it is. Now, just to give you an idea of its proportions and its measurements, this is again the 12 by 12 inch sized calendar, the place and time one. So look at how tiny this suddenly looks, whereas this is actually 8 by 8 inch, so it's not teeny tiny, but compared to this one it's really a lot smaller. If it's all the same to you, in hindsight, I would recommend you buy the 12 by 12 inch pad for the Time to Flourish if you want to do a calendar, because this is really tiny to work with. On the other hand, this is kind of cute, and it's much more affordable, of course, because you will need two pads, remember? So it's the calendar pad and then the cut apart sheets. So it is the more affordable option for you. I used all of the cut apart pieces and added some other things. So here's all the cut aparts, you know, arranged just so. I used the calendar side for this one, so the back side is with the words and the sentiments. Here's one of the banners, and then one of the chipboard pieces on top of that, and I stickle that. So I punched a hole through the paper and then added the embellishments on top of that. This is the actual calendar, so you can take that out, which I have done because in 2015 the 1st of January will start on a Thursday, but 2016 of course will have another day for the 1st of January. So I only need to replace this monthly sheet and to be able to use this sheet actually for 2 years, or 3 or 4 or 5, just as many years as I would like. I did embellish here just a little bit for the occasions that I'm taking this out. Now I did some die cutting here. There's a sort of a snow crystal, double one. This is an added sticker that I found in my stash, which I thought fit the collection perfectly. Added some flat back pearls here and here. Did some stickling, and here is some details. Did some dimensional stickering here and here. Used some dimensional tape for those. This is from the sticker sheet. Right, and here's February. Again with the removable month here. I still have to add the dates here, but I stickled the borders here, which I want to show you. Now I used some of the cut aparts to sort of suspend from the sheet, so look, this is a way to use a little bit more space than you've actually got. So most of those again are the cut aparts, and added some stickers from the collection here as well. This is one of the tags and pockets sheets, sort of a belt buckle. You can actually take this piece off and then tuck it back in like sort of like a belt goes through a buckle. Very nice piece that they did there. Added some bling here and here onto the tags. Some flowers from my stash, a bow, little rose here. And what I did with this sheet was did all of my stickling up front. So there's a tip for you. It's a bit easier to do the stickling when, especially with tiny cut aparts like these, to stickle first, then let it dry, and then cut them up. Just a tip. Alright, so let's tuck this back in and then move on to the close-ups. And this is March, a nice purple, lilac and green assembly. I used almost all of the cut aparts of the cut apart sheet and added some embellishments of my own, like this butterfly here and these little roses, and of course some blings and flat back pearls. Did some dimensional tape here, created a little tag booklet. The stamps are always there, of course, and then did some stickling here and there, like here. And this is of course completely removable again. This time I added a little tag there, which I lifted with some dimensional tape, and I stickled this first letter here and covered the ribbon, so made it cross over for added effect. And this ribbon is actually covering the days of the week, so that this is sort of an infinite calendar, or a calendar that can be used in whatever year. So more of a birthday calendar. And let's do some close-ups. Very spring-like with the light teal and the yellow and some tulips here. The tulip, of course, is also one of Netherlands' most famous flowers, so there's an added touch for me specifically here in the Netherlands. Now I added some embellishments, of course, mostly from the collection itself. So here is one of the pieces of the banner sheet, and I lifted that with some dimensional tape and added some glossy accents. This is a chipboard piece. Did some stickling here, and here the butterfly as well, added some blings. And this is from the banner sheet as well, added some stickles here onto the daffodils. And then let's remove this piece, because I added some stickles to some of the daffodils. And again, used a ribbon to cover up the days of the week. So these little banners here are from the cut apart sheet of the collection. Now here I did some die cutting, die cut a doily here, and look at the effects. So that's for the occasions that I've removed this, that you still have some interesting pieces here. Added some flowers from my stash. On to some close-ups. And this is May. For May I have used the 12 by 12 inch cut apart sheet, which I bought separately just to try something new. So here is one cut apart from that larger sheet, and this tag as well, and here as well. And I played with this one by doing the same tag from the 6 by 6 inch and lifting it with dimensional tape on top of its counterpart from the larger sheet. And this piece here is from the Pockets and Tags sheet. So this was actually meant as a pocket, so there are some score lines here and here, so you could do a pocket, but I didn't want to cover up either side because I liked this both. So I thought, no, let's just keep it like that and make it a pocket like this, because here is the actual calendar piece again. So this is an alternative for those tags and pockets. Now here are some pieces from the smaller cut apart sheet, as well as the stamps. And then here is a tag from the tags sheet. I also did some stickling here and there. I did the butterfly here, stickled that, as well as this one here. I stickled May, and this flower here, and even here a small butterfly. Just some details. Now as for June, all are from the 8 by 8 inch cut apart sheet, and added some flowers from the collection, and added a little flat back pearl here, as well as here and here. Did some stickling again, and again this piece is completely removable and replaceable. Here is a piece of the banner sheet of the collection here as well. A small strip of paper here to give the illusion of a piece of twine that this is hanging from. And of course all the eyelets that they are hanging from are made to match the color scheme. So these are the first 6 months of the Time to Flourish calendar that I created with the gorgeous paper by Graphic 45. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can also check out my Place in Time calendar, my previous video, and that is the 12 by 12 inch counterpart of this calendar, but with a different Graphic 45 calendar collection. So I hope to see you in a couple of weeks or maybe even months when I will show you the following months, July to December, for both calendars. So thanks for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye bye!